Did you know that most dairy calves spend less than 24 hours with their mama before they're taken away? And then once they're taken away, they don't even get to drink cow's milk. They're put on milk replacer and grain. Now you might be thinking that I'm just talking about like the big dairies, mega dairies, but that's actually pretty common even on like small homesteads and small farms. The one difference though on like a small homestead or small farm would be that on a lot of those, they will get cow's milk like out of a bulk tank through a bottle. So at least they're not usually getting put on milk replacer as soon as they're born. But even then, they're not getting to bond with their mama. They're not learning how to live on the pasture. They're not getting that good, rich milk that's really good for them. Come on, cows! There is actually some logical reasons for doing it that way. I say logical, but I'm not sure that they're good reasons. Basically what it has to do with is that if the calf and cow bond together, it can be really hard to get the cow to let down her milk when you want to milk her. And also, she'll hold back a lot of cream for that calf, which is the situation we're in right now. So little cream on the top of our milk, and it's so discouraging. But here on our farm, Red Gable Homestead, that is not how we do things. When we get our cow bred, we get her bred with sex semen. So that means we are trying for a heifer calf. It's a really high percentage that once you get her bred with sex semen that she will have a heifer calf, because we want to raise future family milk cows. We want to raise the best family milk cows possible. And that brings me to Maple, this year's heifer calf. She was born on June the 8th. She spent the first 2 weeks with her mama 24/7. Then after that first 2 weeks, I started separating her at night, so that I could get all the milk in the morning. Then she spends all day with her mama and gets all the milk she can drink. And she is growing to be an awesome future family milk cow. She's gonna take after her mama, right, Maddie? Maddie is a really good cow. So now that Maple is about 3.5 months old, it's time to get her weaned. To give that calf a really good start, they need to have at least 3 months on the cow to really get all that nutrients they need to start building their body properly, and so that they can have a good long life of really good milk production. And the best way they can do that is by drinking milk from their mama. They get a lot of good immunity from that milk. It's just so much healthier and so much better for them. And that 3.5 months is a good amount of time to get plenty of that before they're weaned. And now that she's ready to be weaned, just a couple weeks ago I started giving her a little bit of grain and a little bit of alfalfa pellets just to give her some extra nutrients, some extra protein. Whoever gets this future family milk cow, she's gonna be ready to go to a new home soon. Whoever gets her will probably continue that, giving her that for the next few months just to keep building up her body really well. But she's gonna be on good grass and good hay. Mama cow is gonna stay up here in this front field, and then Peaches, the beef heifer that we're raising, and Maple, our calf over here, is gonna be moved to our back field. So they'll be separated, so mama and calf won't be able to get together anymore, because trust me, there is almost no way to wean a calf without getting them totally separated. Even if you have them separated for a few months and you put them back together, that calf will get back on that cow again. So what does the weaning process look like for us? I do the weaning over about a 1 to 2 week period. Give them that long to get adjusted to it. And basically, like I said, I separate the calf at night so that I get all the milk in the morning. And so what I'll do is just have them together shorter and shorter every day over a couple week period. So for me, what would work out the best, since I separate in the evening, is just to separate earlier and earlier in the evening. But I can only go so early because I go to work during the day. I get home at about 4. So what I had been doing to begin with was separating them at about 6 o'clock in the evening, and I bumped that up to 4 and did that for a few days. And then after that, I started letting her out with the cow a little later in the morning. So I would milk at 7 o'clock, and at the beginning, when I was done milking, the calf would go out with the cow and be with her all day. Well, now what I would do is I would then wait till 8 o'clock to put them back together, and then 9 o'clock, and just do that a couple days at a time or whatever. And so now we're at the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It's about noon that I'm separating them today. So they were only together from about 9 to noon, and then tomorrow will be the same, and tomorrow is gonna be the last day that Maple gets to be with Maddie. And here's that grain and alfalfa mix. I give her about half a pound-ish every morning and evening, and that'll be good just to give her that little extra boost of nutrients while she's still growing. The way that I have them separated every day is I've got this pasture here, and I've got a small corral right here where when I'm ready to separate them, I'll bring them all up here, because you're not gonna be able to chase that calf in by itself if they're running free with their mama all the time. So I've got a mineral lick tub up here that I let Maddie come in to get. She really likes that, so she'll come right up into this corral, and then Maple will usually follow her in here, or if I get behind her and chase her just a little bit, she'll come up in here behind her mama, and then I'll be able to lead mama out and keep her up in this corral. And that's where Maple spends her nights. And I've got hay in there, fresh water in there, and then that little bit of the grain for the last while. It's Monday now. Yesterday was Maple and Maddie's last day together. They were together from 9 until about noon, and they were separated for the last time. So Maple is officially weaned, and now it's about to get interesting. By the way, she has been mooing today during the day and stuff. I wasn't here, I was at work, but they said she was mooing today. Maddie's probably been doing some mooing too. It's just something they gotta get used to now. So what's about to get interesting is Saturday night, I went and posted Maple on a couple of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and my phone lit up. I got tons of private messages, tons of comments, people asking about her, wanting to get her. And one of the first people that asked wanted to be able to come and look at her right away. Looked very promising. So I told them they could come yesterday. It was Sunday. They came Sunday afternoon, looked at her, wanted her, worked out great, and so now we're delivering her this evening. So that works out just perfect, but what's gonna be a little crazy is this calf has never been in a trailer, and I don't have a cattle trailer, nor do I have a pickup truck. So I have two options. I could go and borrow my dad's truck and go borrow a friend's trailer that I would also have to pay a little bit for, and have to drive half an hour away to get it, take a lot of extra time, a lot of extra hassle, or I could use the man van. I've got a cargo trailer that I pull with my man van. We mostly use it for camping. I use it to get hay and stuff like that. I wouldn't even consider this if she was a full-grown cow. But since she's only 3 months old, she's not very big. When you're hauling cattle in a cattle trailer, you don't tie them up. It's an open trailer that they're able to move around in. You don't want them tied up in case they fall or something. With horses, you have their head tied so that they can't buck and rear and stuff like that. But with cows, it's different. They're just loose. So it's really not any different than a trailer like this. One of the differences would be the ventilation. And I've got a window in the side of here and a vent in the roof. The window, since we do camping in here, we've got that. So, and it's not very hot today, it's pretty cool, so that'll be just fine. And the main thing is, since we do camping in here, I don't want pee soaking into the floor of our trailer. So I put this tarp down, I'm gonna put a really thick layer of straw down. That'll also help to make so she doesn't slip, and it'll keep that pee soaked up if she does pee, and I'll be able to deliver this calf with the man van about an hour away from here. Put some straw on the ramp so she's not as sketchy about coming up here. I have been training her to go on the lead rope. She's still definitely needs some work on that, but I've been training her, so I have her on there, so it's not like we've got to try to chase her up here like we have to do with our beef steers that we take. Maple and Peaches have been hanging out in this paddock all day, so there's 3 strands separating them. I was a little afraid she might try to bust through and get to Maddie. Now, if I was keeping her here for a long time, it would not work. I know that eventually she'd bust through the fence to get to drink from Maddie. That's why it works really well. I've got a separate pasture in the back, but if I was gonna keep her here, I'd take her back there. But I decided to try this for today, and if they happened to get together, it wouldn't have mattered so much if she got to drink a little bit more. Come on.
That wasn't very hard.
Now, let's all hop in the van and get going. Hey Maple, you ready for a ride? Here at Maple's new home, got a nice pasture here for her to go in. Just got to get her unloaded. Look at her. Here's your new cow.
I got a water fish.
That's cool. She'll probably make a little noise for a few days, I'm guessing. Getting used to a new place and
this place.
not having the milk to drink anymore. We were really happy for the new home that Maple got to go to. Really nice young couple with a couple young children. Husband's in the military. They've got 5 acres, just getting their homestead going. And I know this will be a great fit for their little homestead, and that Maple will make a great family milk cow for them. Before we get back to the homestead, we need to stop and celebrate. We made some money, we were able to be a part of a young family's homestead dream, and we were able to spread what I call the Guernsey love. But it is also kind of sad because we had to let Maple go. But hey, ice cream can take care of almost any kind of sadness, right? Kadesh got his first ever banana split, and we had a lot of fun. Now, getting to this point where you've got a healthy calf that you're able to sell or keep for yourself to raise for your own future family milk cow takes a lot, and it starts right after that calf was born and even before that. I'm gonna drop a playlist right here that's got several videos in it that go through a lot of the journey of having a milk cow. How to milk your cow, how to dry off your cow, what to have on hand before the calf is born. All those things are really important to getting to this point. And each one is a piece of the puzzle in efficient, sustainable homesteading that'll help bring your family together.